Scorpio, this week, a little bit of trust issues, a little bit of I'm stuck, and a little bit of centre stage. Oh, let's see which cards you have. First card out, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is telling you that you need to know when to walk away, who you can trust, who you can't trust. But actually, the only person you can actually trust is you. And that's when you just need to sometimes just know that you've got the right ideas, that you've got the right concepts, that you know that it's not about you, it's about them. Who's letting you down this week? Who's been on your back lately? Who's been causing you problems? Scorpio, where is this lying? What's been going on around you in this last week? What's happening? Why has this come about for you? Well, you've had a thorn in your side for quite a while, and that thorn in its side has revealed itself, and you know full well you can't trust it as far as you can push it. So you know that they're always going to want to have the right ideas and the right concepts, and they're just wanting to be centre stage. They just want everything. However, this week it's telling you, do you know what? It doesn't matter what the thought processes are. You know you're right, because here you've got the majority of the swords. Those are all your thought processes. You know you've got the right ideas. You know you've got the right concepts. You know which direction you want to go in. You've just got to be strong enough to walk in that direction and actually cast everything aside. Trust your own intuition. Know what you're doing is the right process. Know that you're heading off in the right direction, and don't feel down about it. As you see here, his head is down, is like almost resignation. I don't mean resign from your job, by the way. Resignation of, oh well, I've come to terms with the fact that that's how it's going to be. It's not really come to terms with the fact, it's just that actually you know that there's nothing else you can do for the situation and how you need to do it. You know, ultimately, you need to return to base, you need to regroup, you need to think carefully about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. You need to understand your motives for moving away in the opposite direction, because when we understand our motives, it actually opens up a new path for us. If we know which direction we're going in, if we understand why we've made those thought processes, if we understand what the net result is going to be, what we're going to gain from it if we move from this. It's a bit like playing a game of chess. You know, if you move into this position, what will be the next position? And what will be the next position from that? Employing some strategy, understanding what you need to do. Whereas maybe in the past, along the lines of this card, where you've put your faith in everybody else, or a certain situation has been on your back, you haven't been actually orchestrating your own positions. You've allowed everybody else to make the moves, and you haven't been able to make those moves yourself. You've been forced into the next position. This week is telling you to regain your control and to understand your motives behind it and trust in your choices. Don't doubt yourself on any level, because then you'll get yourself going in the right direction and know exactly what to do. But here, your Eight of Swords, which is very nicely following your Seven of Swords, is saying, but I'm stuck, I'm trapped, I don't know what to do. But you do know what to do, because do you know what? You've been doing it, actually, without realising it, for a very, very long time. And that's always the way. Because I say to many people, oh, what do you want in your life? And they went, oh, I don't know. Well, we all know what we don't want. But actually, what we do want, our don't want is right out here. But what we do want is what we've quietly been doing all the time back here. But we don't realise it, because we always externalise all the time, and we all look to everybody else providing the joy and the happiness that we want in our lives, or providing the outcome that we want in our lives. But we never take ownership for what really is deep inside ourselves. And here, perhaps you've got the blindfold on in this picture, and you've bound yourself up, and you've trapped yourself, because this is the card of imprisonment. You're imprisoned by your thought processes. Well, maybe that's where the change needs to come, because like I've already said to you, know that this ultimately isn't about you. that you've got to walk away. But you're saying, no, I'm stuck, I'm trapped, because they're not doing this. The situation's not doing this, that, and the other. This isn't how it's working out. So return to base, come back into you. Like I've already said, game of chess, understand your strategy, understand your next move, understand your motives. Because by that way, you're trusting your own process. Because that's what this card is about, your trust, not in others. Because when you, I can't trust that person, actually that's code for you've got no control over them. Well, of course you've got no control over them, because that person will do exactly what they want to do. But you're dancing to it. So within this process here, you know what you've been doing, but you're just not wanting to look at what you've been doing. So that's why the blindfold is on, for you to go inside and understand yourself and look at what you've been doing. And then once you understand yourself, this card becomes very proactive, because then the swords come out of the ground and start moving you forwards, which is what I was trying to say here on your Seven of Swords, is allow yourself to now come out of feeling stuck, come out of feeling trapped, come out of feeling imprisoned, and enable yourself to move forwards with new ideas, new concepts, new thought processes. Because when we tell ourselves something wonderfully positive, hello Scorpio, we're back in that old mould, aren't we? That old mould of everything's negative. Come out of those negative thought processes, naughty Scorpio yet again. Come out of the negative thought processes, come into the nice positive ones, and use all these swords here. You've got 15 swords to play with. Wow, aren't you lucky? 15 new ideas in total. The combination of these two cards. You got your 15 swords, 15 new directions you can go in. The world's your oyster at this point in time, Scorpio. In fact, it's such a good concept that you've really got to run with it. Because once you start knowing that you actually haven't been doing anything wrong all the way along, and I know in Scorpio's pattern, you don't believe in yourself, and you do on the side of the negativity that everybody else is better than you. No, stop being darkness. Allow yourself to think correctly in the right way, get all the right strategies, have this time out a little bit to understand what you've been up to, understand what you've been doing, know that you've got all the right ideas, the right concepts. And yes, it's sometimes, with your stormy water around you, that's people's emotions, that's your own emotion. It can be tough to squeeze yourself through that tiny little pinhole to get out into the light, to get out into the reality of what you need to be doing. But enable yourself to do that, because you're going to feel so much better. Because along comes a spider who sat down beside her while she ate her curds and whey. And the spider in this picture is saying, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you weave a new path, make a new map. Because actually here, she's sitting down looking at her pentacles and looking at everything that she has about her. The key words for this are about being centre stage. Knowing what you can do, knowing how you can do it, knowing who you are. Now, to get on stage, I can tell you, you most definitely need to know who you are and what you're doing. That means you've got to have that inner confidence to know that your performance is going to be the best performance you're ever going to give, so that those 200 people that sit in the theatre watching you on the centre stage are going to applaud you and say, well done, because you do good things. Like I said to you here, you've had to concede defeat, but you've got to learn to trust yourself, because you've been trusting yourself all this while. You've got to star in your own movie. You've got to be centre stage for everything. You're coming into a much better phase, Scorpio, where you're not going to dance to how everybody else is controlling the narrative. You're coming into a better phase where you know you in a better way, that you have more confidence in you, that you trust in your own thought processes, in your own ability to make the right choices, the right decisions, and that you can stand centre stage with your Three of Pentacles here. And you can allow the spider in this not to go and gobble everybody up and poison them, but to actually weave a new web for you, where you can capture everything that you need along the way and make it work for you, where you can learn and embrace everything that is coming towards you. So this week is a breakthrough week for you, where you learn to walk away from the conspiracy theory that may have been going on for the last while, where you have that moment where you know that you can trust your hunches, where you can trust your intuition, where you can trust your own ability to make the right choices and the right decisions. Enjoy this week. And if you're liking my content, please like and subscribe to me. It means an awful lot. And I will see you all next week in your videos. Thank you. Bye.